This week we are coming out with two interesting webinars. The first webinar is why goal mapping beats chasing return. Here we discuss on the power of goal-based investing. And the second webinar is India versus the world, where to allocate the capital. Here we discuss on our multi-asset PMS product Spear. To join this webinar, click the link below.
Friends, in this video, I'm going to talk to you on the topic fighting the FOMO factor. When you spot an idea, lie in wait, show patience, believe that the stock will come cheaper to you, hope price will gradually decline, coming into your zone of buying comfort, and exactly the opposite happens. The stock keeps climbing and goes out of your zone of comfort and doesn't look like it's coming back anytime. Then you have to fight your FOMO factor. You should not give in to that fear of missing out, because when you pay more to buy, if you end up paying several years of earnings at the time of purchase, you are going to set yourself up for very ordinary returns. This is precisely the problem I have with buying at any price. And these are markets where the price clearly moves to a zone at which we should not consider buying. Several stocks are showing this trend. When you look at charts, let's say you open a screener or you open your NSE page, you're looking at the chart go up like this. What do you do at this point? Do you say that bad luck, I'm still going to buy this, I don't want to miss out? Or you're going to say, I'm going to pass this one, maybe something else will come my way. I think that you should condition yourself to pass over stocks that have gone out of your zone of comfort. Only if you do that, you will be able to ensure that you don't overpay and give away your future profits to the seller right at the time of purchasing the stock. I know there are a lot of people who say that the price of purchase doesn't matter, but that's not the case. If you look at what returns you make subsequently, while buying it looks very nice because you only want to own something, but gainful ownership is what you want after that. And if ownership is not gainful enough, you're going to regret the purchase. I'd rather regret missing out than regretting a purchase later. These are times when stocks are flying off the handle and making us regret the very decision to purchase. Under these circumstances, you should be very discreet and correct in what you pay, how much valuation you're willing to pay, and how far you're willing to go. Once valuations go well beyond that line of comfort, you should not cross that line of comfort and buy at any price. Yes, you will miss out on a few stocks. That's still better than making the mistake of overpaying and regretting later. I know a lot of friends who still want to own, desperately want to be a part of the journey in the stock which they have been watching, and then willingly succumb to chasing the stock. They still try to buy and it still goes higher, and they succumb at higher levels also. Sometimes this chase ends up being a wild goose chase which ends only at the top. Mostly people do their buying by catching the top. Now this is certainly something which they could have avoided, but that inability to control that fear of missing out is what makes them commit this mistake. You may have liked a stock at a lower valuation. It's not as likable after the valuation has significantly moved. You need to change your perspective, your preference, and moderate it to such an extent that you are willing to miss out on it simply because the valuations are not as likable to you in the present as they were when you first looked at the stock. This is what will make you help fight FOMO decisively and keep you grounded. Thank you for watching this video.